Stocks smash records as Middle East peace hopes ignite a massive rally today. Welcome. This is Daily Market in 3 minutes. Let's dive in Wall Street. The S&P 500 closed at 7,041, up 0.3%. The Nasdaq climbed 0.4% to 24,100, while the Dow added 0.2% to finish near 48,579. The Magnificent Seven saw mixed action. Microsoft rallied over 2% and Meta gained 1%. However, Apple dropped 1% and Nvidia slipped slightly. Information technology, communication services, and consumer discretionary were the winning sectors. On the downside, materials, industrials, and utilities suffered the biggest losses. Bitcoin held steady around $75,000. Gold traded near $4,800 an ounce, and silver surged past $79. WTI crude jumped over 2% to settle around $94 a barrel. Growing optimism surrounding the Middle East drove today's record-breaking equity rally. President Trump announced a 10-day ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon, signaling the conflict with Iran could be nearing an end. Although the naval blockade of the Strait of Hormuz remains active, investors aggressively priced in a diplomatic resolution. This massive geopolitical relief pushed broader market indexes to all-time highs while driving crude oil slightly upward on lingering supply constraints. Strong bank earnings further supported the bullish market sentiment. Morgan Stanley reported record net revenue with equity trading surging 25%, and Bank of America beat estimates while highlighting a resilient American consumer. This solid financial footing reassured investors that the economy remains strong despite high rates, fueling the fierce rally in financial and technology stocks. Taiwan Semiconductor posted record quarterly profits driven by robust artificial intelligence chip demand. However, the stock fell roughly 2% after projecting significantly higher capital spending for the upcoming year. This mixed reaction caused hesitation across semiconductor stocks, explaining the slight dip in Nvidia today. The 10-year Treasury yield ticked up to 4.32%, while the 10 to 2-year yield curve remained positive with a 31 basis point spread. The US dollar index hovered near 98.2, and the VIX volatility index dropped to 17.9. Falling volatility and a stabilizing dollar show panic is fading quickly, allowing risk assets to climb higher despite elevated long-term yields. The CNN Fear and Greed Index jumped to 62 today, moving out of neutral and firmly into the greed zone, reflecting surging investor confidence. Looking ahead, the market outlook remains constructive but cautious. Equities have decoupled from acute geopolitical fears and shifted focus to corporate earnings and artificial intelligence growth, though narrow market breadth suggests potential short-term volatility. Netflix will release its anticipated first-quarter earnings report after the market closed today. Investors will also watch for housing starts and building permits data tomorrow. Finally, advanced monthly retail sales data will be released early next week. As always, this video is for informational purposes only and is not financial advice. Please like and subscribe for more. See you next time.